Hi, I'm Chef Topher Jacob, and I'm the Hawaiian Alchemist.
Hi, I'm Shelby from Oahu. So Topher, what are we making today?
We are making black bean brownies.
Yum! That sounds awesome and different.
So I'm going to actually have you help me out with this recipe today. We're going to be making black bean brownies out of black beans, sugar, cocoa powder, baking powder, salt, vanilla extract, infused cannabis oil. It can be used as a neutral oil, and you can find how to infuse these oils on the Cure's website, right?
Yep, at www.cureoahu.com.
And also 3 eggs. So we're going to take our 3 eggs,
Yeah, you want to beat this?
and then you beat this with a fork, just to get everything gets incorporated correctly.
Alright. And so how did you make these beans very smooth? Did you have to mix them before?
These are for easy and time constraints. We definitely buy beans from dry and soak them and boil them for about 20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Or for time, for easier time constraints, we just use them canned brownies or canned black beans.
Okay. Great. Well, here are the eggs whisked.
And then you're gonna add the oil, or cannabis infused oil.
And did we? What strain did we choose today?
We are sticking with cookie red.
Okay, cool.
And while you're still stirring, you can just add in the vanilla extract. That's perfect.
Right.
And then what we're going to do now, I'm going to have you make the dry ingredients.
Okay. And that's the cocoa powder, the baking, did you say baking soda or baking powder?
Baking powder.
Baking powder,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, so we're going to start off with the black bean that's basically pureed. And you just get it in there.
This is gonna make them really dense and moist, right?
Yes, it's instead of using flour, we don't have to worry about humidity or anything else. It's just going to bind everything together, and it's going to keep it just really chewy and adds a little more texture to it.
Awesome.
Yeah. A lot of people are going to be afraid of the idea that it's black bean. It's you won't even taste it.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty neutral ingredient.
Yeah. A lot of people just think of black beans, and first time you see it, it's not the prettiest. But then again, cooking is never really that pretty.
It's about to be.
All right. So we're just gonna smash that down a little bit.
All right.
If you can help me out.
Yeah.
Just
Mix that in.
mix the sugar in. Just
Got
pop
it. Ooh, this is gonna be a pretty viscous mixture.
If you do have a hand blender, you can do that certainly by using that as well.
And folding as opposed to.
As opposed to just using the hand mixer.
Okay. Slowly but surely.
Yes, absolutely.
There we go.
Right on.
Okay.
And then we're gonna start adding the baking powder.
Oh yeah, it actually becomes more pliable.
The sugar starts to be released with all the water that's contained in the black bean, and it makes it a little more liquidy, as you can see.
There you go.
I'm gonna add the salt. Again, all the ingredients and measurements can be found on Cure Oahu's website.
Oh, I'll be sure to grab that recipe tonight.
And now, lastly, our chocolate.
All right. Do you ever prefer a certain type of cocoa powder?
You're looking more, when you purchase cocoa powder, you're looking for baking, you're looking more for Dutch process chocolate.
Okay.
Never get anything that's sugar or, already hot chocolate mix. I mean, you could try it, but might not be
Might not
the best
mix
thing.
the best, huh?
Yes. That looks
Right.
great. So we're gonna give this one more whisk. And the great thing about this recipe is normally with brownies you have flour, and if you overwork it, it becomes tougher.
Oh.
This doesn't have any flour in there, so you can beat it as long as you want to.
There we go.
There we go. Just got to keep working with it and just keep going, and it'll just start to come together all by itself. If you have a KitchenAid or a stand mixer, you can definitely use one of those for this process to make it easier.
All right. board is going to be great.
All right.
There we go.
Perfect.
Give that a couple.
Yeah, give this a stir here. Make sure we get everything on the bottom. So as we said, we did use cookie rec, and we had dosed it out properly using the dosing chart that we can find on the website.
Okay. That makes it so much simpler when there's a chart available.
Yes.
And we have these chocolate chip and peanut butter chips.
Yes, we do. You can actually add anything you want. You can add anything from butterscotch to lavender to macadamia nuts.
The possibilities are endless.
Yeah. Mix-ins to your desire.
I just can't believe this is vegetarian. This is awesome because I don't necessarily like, I can't really eat dairy. So this makes it really easy for me to, incorporate more of a sweeter option in my life.
Yes, and beans are a good healthy source of protein.
There you go.
So, if you want to just dump all that in. Right on. So as you said, we are using peanut butter chips and chocolate chips. If you want to throw anything else in here, do whatever you want. Yeah.
It's got my vote. And then we're going to be putting them in these little baking tins here.
Yes, again, just to keep everything to the precise dosage of what we have already in the mix. So each brownie will be 10 milligrams.
Nice. I think when I make them at home, I might make them a little less potent, and then I can enjoy a few more.
That's always the best thing to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now we've already preheated the oven at 350.
Yes.
We're going to be putting these in for about
30 to 40 minutes.
Okay. Wonderful.
The hardest thing is actually getting it into the bowl or into the molds. So we're just going to go that. Pour that in there.
And these aren't going to be rising very much. So
No,
you can fill these up to the top.
Yes.
Nice.
To make this easier, you can definitely use a ice cream scooper,
Okay.
a ladle. You can certainly put this into a pan. If you want to use a 8x8 pan or a 9x9 pan, just make sure you remember what your dosage was, and you can cut it accordingly.
Okay.
You break up the dosages that way, and so you can eat more.
There you go.
That's the goal. So Shelby, we got our entire tin filled with our brownie batter.
Nice.
And then we're just going to put it in our oven for 30 to 40 minutes.
Sure.
At 350 degrees, you're going to put it in the middle of the oven.
Looking good. Now all we do is wait. And if you guys want to get the recipe online, you can visit us at cureoahu.com and you can get all those details like I'm going to do later on today.